Well, I am honored to have Noah Petro on the line with us to kind of discuss this eclipse event. He's from the Goddard Flight Center. Good midday, Noah. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you today?
We're doing well. I know there's a lot of excitement and anticipation, I should say, here in Central Texas for this big eclipse that we have for tomorrow. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so tomorrow it's this very special day. You're going to get treated to an annular or partial eclipse. And so, what you'll get treated to is kind of unusual. It doesn't happen every day and certainly doesn't happen all that often. And so you will be basically seeing the moon block the sun for a few hours in the midday tomorrow.
That's nice. Now, you were saying how, we don't see it every day. How often do we get an event like this?
Well, it's actually kind of unusual because next year in April, we're going to have another total solar eclipse that passes across the country. So it almost will feel like this is a regular occurrence. There was the total eclipse that happened in 2017 across the U.S., but really these happen on the decadal time frames. The next time that won't happen until late next decade. So this is really not something that happens where we can see it from home all the time. It happens around the world. The next eclipse may happen in 5 years, but you have to be in Asia to see it. And so for it to happen and for us to get 3 solar eclipses across the U.S. within the span of just a few years is pretty remarkable.
Absolutely. Now, I know here in the KVUE Weather Center, our main job leading up to the event is stressing the importance of viewing safety and also the forecast, making sure we're able to see it clearly. I'm curious, what's it like on your end? What are you doing in your neck of the woods to prepare leading up to this event?
Well, you're absolutely right. Eye safety is of utmost importance. And so the first thing in preparation for this eclipse is informing ourselves and everyone else on how to observe this event safely. I'll talk about that in a moment. NASA is excited about this event for multiple reasons. We're going to be launching some suborbital spacecraft to measure atmospheric changes as the moon blots out the sun. These events allow us to understand the interaction of the sun with our atmosphere. And when we have these events where it's changed, where the moon blocks light from the sun from reaching a portion of the Earth's atmosphere, we can study how that goes. But again, to be able to enjoy this event safely, we have to take eye safety very seriously. And so getting things like eye safe glasses, like I'm wearing here, I have them on right now and I'm looking at the bright lights here in the studio and I can't even see the lights. And so if anybody has eyeglasses from the last eclipse from 2017, please take them out, make sure they're safe. But regular sunglasses aren't going to cut it for looking at the sun. There are also indirect methods you can use. You can create a pinhole viewing card where you take a stiff piece of cardboard. I have a OSIRIS-REx sample return postcard. If you poke a very small hole in it and allow the sunlight to shine through the hole and project it onto the ground, you'll actually be able to see the outline of the crescent sun on the ground. And so really, really want to stress the importance of having people enjoy this event, but enjoy it safely.
Yes, we've been trying to stress it as much as possible that sunglasses just will not cut it for this event. And it's kind of a good thing, if you're able to acquire the glasses, you can use them next year. We have future eclipses that they can always be useful for. Now, I'm curious with the research that you said is going to be conducted during this event. Can you go into a little bit more detail with that?
Absolutely. We are very used to the normal interactions. The sun rises, the sun sets, heats the atmosphere, normal occurrences happen. Of course, meteorologists will appreciate the importance of the sun, but imagine now you block the sun or you block portions of the sun. And so you're heating, the area right above Austin or right above the path of totality in a different way. Now, where we are in Washington, D.C., or someone else in South America will look up at the sun and not notice any difference. And so the atmosphere is being interacted with by the sun in a sort of unusual way. And so understanding how atmosphere dynamics work during these eclipses can tell us about dynamics in the atmosphere when eclipses aren't happening. And so, scientists love to use natural events, whether it's the tides on the Earth or studying the phases of the moon, to get a little bit more insight into how the system that we live in works. It's a great reminder the Earth and its atmosphere are influenced by the sun, and that our world is also influenced by the moon, that it's the 3 objects, Earth, moon, and sun, working together when you get these eclipses. We can use this opportunity to understand the dynamics of that system, and when part of it is changed, perturbed, how our atmosphere responds And so that's why we'll be setting off rockets from northern New Mexico right into the eclipse to understand what's going on.
That's really fascinating. I know locally there's quite a bit of interest in regards to how eclipses maybe impact solar panels and solar energy. Do you know anything about that, or if that's going to be part of the research?
Absolutely. Well, again, solar panels make an assumption when you build them, when you design them, is that you're getting 100% light from the sun. Now you have a cloud go in front. Well, clouds are going to block the sun from reaching your solar panels, but the sun is still interacting with the atmosphere. So I imagine for solar panels, it's an important part of, again, these events aren't regular, so it's not like a big cloud deck passing over. And, knowing that the draw on your solar panel will change in the few hours during and around the eclipse tomorrow.
I think that's fascinating. Now, do you have any additional tips? I know we were talking about eye safety, but any other kind of tips for viewing this event?
Yeah, just again, going to go.nasa.gov/eclipse. We have an entire webpage devoted to eye safe viewing and enjoyment of this, but you should not look at the sun. Don't point your camera through a telescope. But the important thing is, if you do not have a telescope, if you do not have sun-safe glasses or a pinhole projector, get a colander, a strainer from your kitchen, and use that to project sunlight through. And if you have any concerns, again, just go to nasa.gov/NASA TV tomorrow, and you can enjoy the eclipse online, but you also want to be outside to experience it well. But just again, do not be looking at the sun with your eyes.
Very important there. And my last question for you, Noah, if this event, I can just imagine it, there's some little kid somewhere that is excited about this. They've been hearing about it on the news. They've been seeing it online. If someone gets inspired by this event and they want to learn more, maybe to even go into the field of astronomy, where can they get this information to learn more?
So yeah, definitely start. The NASA webpage is your jumping off point for eclipses. Again, go.nasa.gov/eclipse. Internships at NASA. If you search internships at NASA, we have opportunities from everyone from high school students all the way through college and after. Students use this opportunity to learn more about our home planet and NASA's reach throughout the solar system and universe.
All right. Thank you so much, Noah. We appreciate you being here with us, and we hope you have a fantastic solar eclipse event back in your neck of the woods.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
You too.